Hello, it's Marcin from Aikido Virtual Dojo. Welcome to another episode. And actually, before we go into the episode, I would like to say thank you for the 100 subscribers which we got last Friday after the last video was posted. We're happy that, especially recently, there are more and more people subscribing to the channel and watching our videos. And we want to take this occasion to make a video about us, about ourselves, explaining a little bit our background in Aikido, how we train, what we do, what we want to achieve with this channel. We will record this video about us by the end of this week, so you still have a chance to ask questions in the comments under this video if you want to know anything about us, about our Aikido, about how we train, with whom we train, from whom we learn. So by the end of this week we'll record this video and then we'll publish it next Tuesday. And now going back into the current episode, we'll be looking at the high falls. So with a lot of techniques in Aikido, we have to do high falls. We have to get on the tatami from a bit higher. We will show you, today we'll explain and show you different exercises how you can prepare for making high falls. So let's go into the high falls.
Okay, so let's begin actually with something very simple or something a little bit more basic. And we're going to begin on the ground. And we're going to do basically a forward roll with maybe a slight variation to it. So normally when we would do a forward roll, we begin on the ground on the knees, place in the hands, and maybe a contact here first with the shoulder. Now at this point, instead of keeping the other hand solid on the ground, we're going to reach back and already look or feel or search for the ground with the second arm. And as we do that, we're going to let that carry us over into a roll. Okay, and at the very end, we're going to end up on our side. And we're going to leave the body open this time, especially kind of a nice fullness between the legs, the arms are open, but the head is off the ground. Okay, so try not to slam into the ground, but arrive almost like a carpet. So for the next step, we're going to try the same thing, but from one foot, okay? So the knee and the foot here. So a little bit higher. Now for a normal forward roll, we would go into it making kind of a circle or a wheel here and rolling in a forward direction. So this time we're going to go slightly forward, but instead of like a wheel rolling forward, we're going to begin to adjust and bring this front hand especially back a little bit more, so towards the knee. So as we do that, then this backhand then is going to begin to rotate here. Okay? So we're already beginning to rotate in place. And so when we begin to make the roll, is we begin to lift, and then we're going to roll on the arm here. Okay? So at the same time, this is going to reach back. We're going to start to lift, reaching behind ourselves, and again, coming into this open position. In the last step, we're going to take it to standing. So we'll do this kind of carpet roll, which you might call it, kind of unrolling the carpet from a standing position. So again, to do that, normally what we would do is as we make our kind of a roundness in the arms, this kind of wheel, we would think about a wheel rolling forward. But this time we're going to roll more in place, or unrolling the carpet here in place. So as we come down, we're going to bring this front hand a little bit more back towards the back foot. At the same time, the back arm is going to start to reach over here. Okay, and then as we push a little bit off, we want to roll and unroll or come down onto the ground as gently as possible with a feeling of kind of unrolling the carpet here. Okay, so the idea is to kind of come down gently. And again, nice full open position.
Once we got the rolling exercise on our own, and we are able to roll over and arrive on the side, we can start working with a partner. So I'll ask Durward to stand on both legs and hands for me. And now I can position myself next to Durward, touch his shoulder but with a reversed arm. So I want to twist around my hand and touch his shoulder from the other side, which will help me to control my descent on the other side. And I get my hips next to Durward hips, here on the side, and I start rolling over his back. So the important part here is to stay really on the lower back and not roll over the middle of the back because it will hurt him. It will be too heavy for him, so I stay with my hips on his lower back. This hand helps me to slow down the roll. And as I move over, I reach out with the other arm. And I can descend very slowly, gently, touch the tatami, arrive on the other shoulder, and come back to a sitting position. As I get a bit more practice with this exercise, I can do it in a more fluid way. So I touch, prepare, and go over a bit faster. For the next step, we can go a bit higher, and again with the support of a partner. So this time I will be helping Durward to do this exercise. Position myself on one knee and one foot, and I want to reach out with the foot well forward. If I have a small position, it will be difficult for me to support him in this exercise. So actually I want to have a nice extension here with the front knee. I take with my opposite hand from the knee which is forward. So my left hand, I will take Durward's right hand. I will guide him around me, getting him close to my hip over here. And from here I will use the other arm to do a kind of irimi nage entry. So going across this line, and as he goes over my knee, I can hold him. That's a nice extension that needs to hold on the balance here. I can hold him and let him descend very gently on the tatami. So I can guide Durward, turn him around here, support, and get him down on the ground in a gentle way.
Another exercise that we can do from a standing position to get ready for a high fall is a supported base from another partner. So what I mean here is if I'm going to be the support base, again, I'm going to start in a solid position of hanmi, okay, where I feel like a mountain. My partner is going to begin next to me here, and I'm going to begin with almost like a handshake. Okay? Then his other hand is going to come over the top. That's important. Over the top and be supported onto the knee. So I need to make sure that I'm in a stable position where he can put this hand here and be supportive. Okay? I'm going to also be supportive in the second hand here. And I'm going to stay more or less in this position holding him. When he's ready, he's going to do essentially a forward roll, but he's going to land in the high fall position on his side. Okay, so when he's ready, he does it for himself, and I just support and hold him.
And the last step would be to start doing these high falls with a technique, with Aikido techniques. And I think that the easiest one to apply here is a kotegaeshi, and not even a full kotegaeshi from a real attack, but just guiding the partner into a kotegaeshi and making him do a high fall. So actually, if I take Durward, I take his arm with a kotegaeshi grab, and I will guide him slightly around so that there is this turn of the body before he goes into the high fall. And as I turn him, I guide him through this kotegaeshi movement of the wrist into the high fall.
An extra step that you can take is to practice your high fall alone, by yourself. Okay? So you have to do the whole thing by yourself. There's no support base. But once you get comfortable with it, then it's a very possible exercise to try. So we're going to go into it. The whole body needs to follow. Okay, so what I mean by that is as the head begins to drop, the back leg begins to raise. And everything goes together. Everything goes together. Okay? As I do that, then the second hand can also reach back, looking for the ground on the other side. So it'll look something like this as I move into it.
If you like our video, give us a thumb up and share it with your friends. You can also subscribe to receive notifications about new videos being published. More information is available in the channel description as well as through the links section.